Calling in the angels, spiritus. Thank you. All right. Hi, guys. Welcome in. All right. So I am finishing live readings from the day before yesterday because towards the end of that live, I had like a really crazy, like, influx of energy like it was an energetic purge, and I out of nowhere got super nauseous and hot, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get sick. So I did. After I ended the live, I immediately got sick like 5 times in a row, and then it was just gone. So there's that. But it was like a huge energetic purge. Okay. And I feel like it was the energy just in general, like solar flares, whatever's going on, with the energy astrology and stuff. But I also felt like, because who I was reading for that day, like whatever I was tuning into, I was also helping. I was helping you guys purge also. So being an extreme empath, that happens. That's very common. And you guys know I've talked about it like so many times. So that's what was going on. I think it was a mixture of the energy and energetic purge. But yeah, so anyway, so I'm back. Okay. I had to wait until I thought I was gonna be able to do it tomorrow, but it was a busy day yesterday. And so here I am. Hi, Joanna. Hi, Steph. Yeah, it was intense. When it happens, it's kind of crazy. It might happen to you guys too, and you may not even realize it, like if you're around maybe certain people, or you're in an environment, or maybe you're, helping other people, right, transmute energy. Like it takes a physical toll sometimes. So maybe you get nauseous, or like that, you start feeling just like nauseous. Why is my stomach upset? Oh, I feel gross. It can be that sometimes. Like you're moving, it feels like shit because you're moving shitty energy. You're moving the shit, so you feel like shit while you're moving the shit. It's like that. So hi guys. Hi loves. Yeah, Kara Christine. Yes, sweetheart. If you want to get on the list, I'll take a few more. I have 8 people that I need to read for that were from or the other live. But yeah, I'll take a few more people if you guys want to get on the list. Because I'm not doing a collective reading today or a message. I'm literally just going to dive right into the live reading. So we won't be here very long. But yeah, if anyone wants to get a reading, all of the info is in the description box for this live. So just click out of the live chat, go to the description box, and you'll see. I'll see the payment come down on my end, but just please, when you come back in, just let me know I paid. Send it to Venmo or PayPal, and my name is blank, Yo, what it do? Hi, Alex. Okay, sounds good, Kara. Last full moon, yeah, nausea. Yeah, exactly. You guys know, if you've been with me, like, some of the full moons and new moons, they really mess with me, some of them. Usually, especially full moons. But it's especially when there's a lot of black magic rituals happening and sacrificial stuff going on with the full moon or the new moon. And so I pick up on that darkness, and I start alchemizing and transmuting and purging that darkness for the collective. And there's a lot of people like me, like that do that, So it can be super extreme for sure. There's been days where it's completely knocked me out for like 3-4 days at a time, and I'm just like on my deathbed, like vomiting, fever, chills, and I'm not sick. It's just an actual physical, like really intense purge. So it's crazy. Yeah, this journey is super fun, isn't it? Super fun. Okay. Oh, Stephanie says when I said on the other live, when I said I'm not feeling well, because that's what happened. Remember, you guys, like I started burping, and I was like, oh no, this is not good. It was the vomit burp, like where you start burping before, and then your mouth starts watering, and you're like, oh my god, I'm gonna throw up. It was literally like that. So yep, exactly, Steph, exactly. Yeah, Stephanie's like, it happens to me a lot. Aw, thank you, Lauren. Yeah, literally, you guys, like right after I threw up, I was fine. It was literally just a purge. But it was enough to where, yeah, it made me feel really not good really fast. But then I vomited, like I said, like 5 times in a row, and then I was fine. Oh my gosh, yikes. I've had weird nausea spells over the past few weeks. Oh, and just because of the influxes and solar storms and the influx of energies that keep blasting into us right now, that is absolutely normal. For sure. For sure. That's why, like, I was like, remember when I started feeling nauseous, I immediately said, oh my God, what's happening with the sun right now? What's happening with the Schumann resonance? And then I went and I clicked off the live and I checked my Schumann resonance app real fast, and nothing had really spiked. But later on that day, like not too far after that, we were getting more energies coming through. So I kind of felt like, okay, so I was picking up on what was about to come through and hit the earth or whatever. I don't know. But then also purging for the collective energies who I was reading for that day. Thank you so much, J. Cole. Yeah, last full moon, nausea. Hi, Mayret. Hi, sweetheart. Okay, I got you. Okay, yes, I saw both of your guys' payments come through PayPal. Okay, so Kara and Mayret. I'll add Kara and Mayret. Yum, Steph. Yum. Can I come over for dinner? Appetite, and that's another thing, is appetite. Appetite is really weird right now, because our physical bodies are upgrading so massively. Like, it's when we ascend, everything ascends. Our emotional body, our mental body, our physical body, right? Like, we're ascending, like we're ascending as an entire, as above, so below, as a being. So it's wild, it's crazy. Like earlier yesterday, I was craving steak, and I was like, ooh, that's what I'm gonna cook myself for dinner. I'm gonna do like a little steak salad or whatever. Um, with some, like little roasted potatoes. I was craving that. And then I cooked that for dinner. And by the time I was like sitting down to eat, my appetite did not really at all want the steak. All I wanted was my salad and my potatoes and my ice water. I was like, great, So yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Like, you feel like you're force feeding yourself right now, because that's how it feels like, you know. But you know what? A lot, this is like so I'm actually, along with all my other messages, but like that's a big one that keeps coming through is I just I'm like, what exactly should I say, Spirit? But it's like, so I'm going to be recording a video about about this. I'm going to be doing a video about this, and it's basically along the lines of, are you experiencing physical changes and tension in your body and things like that? If so, it's because, like, you've basically, like, you've just leveled up and timeline jumped like massively, and so everything is purging and upgrading, so you can be fully like anchored in on this new frequency. Yeah, like, oh, so that's another part of the message, though, is Spirit keeps telling me, and my higher self too, like, Steph, how you're like, I don't want to eat but I need to. We actually don't need to right now. If our body is like, I'm not hungry, I don't want it, then because I've been doing that, I've been like force feeding myself, and my higher self and like my spirit team came in and was like, don't do that, because because of like the reason why, again, we aren't hungry is because of the influx of energy. So we're integrating and our body's just doing a lot right now, like on an energetic level. So us, we that's how we think is, I need to fuel my body, I need nutrients, I need, right, which of course, but hear me out. Spirit is saying to a lot of us, if you're not hungry, don't eat, because what your higher self is like in your body is needing and guiding you right now is to fast. A fast. Because when we fast, our body starts healing itself in incredible ways. And we used to do this like in our past lives, like when, you know, high priests, high priestesses, shamans, okay, like medicine man, medicine woman, healer, all of these archetypal energies, that's, we would fast for days at a time, sometimes weeks. Jesus, 40 days or whatever. It's because when we fast, our body starts healing in very powerful, miraculous ways. And the enlightenment that we tune into and that occurs when we are fasting, it's insanity. It's insanity. If you want to open up your gifts, if you want to like be very clear, open channels, super high vibrational, like do a really good fast. Like just drink water for like 48 hours, 70. Like if you can do like a 48 hour, 72 hour, I've been thinking about that a lot. And I'm like a baby. I'm such a baby. I'm like, I don't want it. So I'm like, maybe I'll do a 24-hour water fast, you know, where I do nothing but just drink water. And then when I break my fast, I'll break it with like very, you know, something simple, like maybe, you know, an apple or, you know, and kind of integrate. There's something with that where it's like a physical reset that's happening. So really just listening to what your body is saying. Like, if I need to eat, I need to eat. If I don't want to, if I don't feel like I need to eat, I'm not going to force myself to eat. If I feel like I'm craving meat, I'm going to eat meat. If I feel like I'm just craving watermelon and all I want to eat is watermelon for the next week, that's what I'm going to do. So really right now, it's just listening to our bodies. It is interesting, right? Crazy, right? But that's a part of the downloaded message that I'm going to record for the collective. It's literally going to be a video about higher consciousness and why you're not feeling hungry, why the higher self is really guiding us to I'm telling you, to take a break from food, because the body will start healing itself and cleaning itself like crazy. And that's why very enlightened spiritual like yogis like Jesus, Mahavatar Babaji, ascended masters, all of us, many of us in past lives, that's why we would fast, because it was a massive cleansing of our physical vessel, clearing everything up. So our channels were clear, everything was open, our gifts were on fleek, everything was so powerful and potent. And that's what we would do a lot of the times before we would go into sacred ceremony or healings or, you know, things like that, because we were just super like a divine antenna that was just very clear. So that's, yeah, it's neat. Very, very cool. I've done a 72-hour water fast in the past, and it's insane how clear and high vibe you feel. Exactly. There you go. I've never done a fast that long, and I need to, because I know. And you know what? It's my shadow, and it's the gunk inside of me. Like when you get that like fear of like, oh my God, can I? Yeah, we can do it. We could easily do it. We could easily do it. But it's the gunk inside of us and the shadow and fear and right that like stops us and wants to keep us in that. So if you can do it, I'm like Mayret just said, and like all my priestess friends and shaman friends and, you know, healer friends, like psychic, like everybody, it's all about the fasting. And it was insanely tough. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. Hi guys, welcome, my loves. I'm sorry I'm not seeing all the comments, but welcome. Let me go ahead and add Mayret real fast. And was it Kara? Kara Christine. Okay. All right. So if anyone else wants to get on the list, all of the info is in the description box. And then you just come back in and you confirm your payment, where you sent it to, and your name, and then I will add you to the list. I'm only going to take 2 more people if I do. So two spaces left. I just haven't had the willpower to do it again, but I know that I can do it. Isn't that crazy? Like, we know we've conquered and done something, but because of like the PTSD of that experience, we go into a mode of fear where we're like, I don't want to do it again. I already did it. I know I can do it, but I don't want. That's so funny. So yeah, your higher self is calling you too to, conquer it again. Me too. My higher self is like, come on, Erica, you're stronger than this. You can do it. I make excuses. I need my energy. I need it for work. I can't channel and connect with clients and do readings if I'm low energy or I'm not eating or I don't have sustenance, and my higher self is like, oh, brother, Erica. Yeah, I bet the first day would be hard. I think for me, it would be harder the closer I got to, like, if I was going to do like a 48 hour, like, I think the first 24 hours for me would be like, I could do this. But I think by like day 2, I would be like, oh my God, and then for me, my anxiety would probably get worse the closer I got to like the 48-hour mark, like that's just how I am. And that's just stuff I need to heal within myself. But hi guys, welcome. Welcome. Hello. So yeah, that's why like a lot of like religions and things, they do fasting. They fast, because they do it because it's it gets us closer to God. It elevates us to God or something, right? And it's also just a lot of religions do it for whoops, um, you know, because they think their bodies are polluted and dirty and sinful, so they need to purify and cleanse their devil-ridden bodies, basically. So we don't do it for that reason, but but the enlightenment and the closeness to God's source and all that, yeah, heck yeah, definitely. So okay, so let me go ahead and read the list, and I'm going to get into the readings now. Okay, so number 1 today is going to be Jennifer. Number 2 is Joanna. I need to change the numbers because I'm just I can't get myself to read these correctly. Number 1, Jennifer. Number 2, Joanna. Number 3, Amanda. Number 4, Crystal. Number 5, Steph. Number 6, Alex. Number 7, Alexandria. Number 8, Lauren. Number 9, Mayra. And number 10, Kara. Yeah, so it's what I want to do a good, like, I do like Reiki, like I'll eat, like I do like for parasites and stuff. I'll do like, papaya seeds, and I've done like just natural remedies like pumpkin seeds, papaya seeds, things like that. And it definitely helps, but it's obviously not, um, it can clear parasites, but it doesn't cleanse the eggs of the parasites. So, um, yeah, so I've been wanting to do a really good parasite cleanse, but you got to prepare for that, like you got to do like, cause it's like basically also at the same time, like a heavy metal detox from your body. And, people do that stuff and they don't know what they're really doing. And then they'll do that. And then they get super sick. And sometimes people like die because it's too much on the body all at once. It like removes all the metals, all the, you know what I mean? And it's just it's system overload. So we always have to be careful with that too. But there's a couple like there's an account I follow on Instagram, and that's what she does for a living. Is she makes and sells this parasite cleanse, and like I know her stuff is like top notch, top level. But that's what I want to do. I want to do a parasite cleanse. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, like on Yom Kippur, yeah. Yeah, liver cleanse would be nice too. Yeah, for sure. I'm like, we all just need to clean our bodies. That's, I mean, I drink, I'm trying to drink a lot of water right now. Like, well, this one I have electrolytes. It's like a dragon fruit water that I made, and then I made some put electrolytes in it. But I'm trying to just drink a lot of water with lemon. Lemon is really great for alkalining, for alkalization, for balancing the pH levels in our body. Um, Parasites is a huge one. Definitely wanting, like, and I mean, basically every human on earth has parasites, just like every human on earth is magnesium deficient. So I don't know. We can go on. This kind of stuff though, this is the kind of stuff, like, it's like lifestyle, but this is the kind of stuff like where, like, on my new channel when I go live, like, this is the kind of stuff, like, because, like, fasting is a big deal. Our diet is a big deal for the path of the priestess, for the path of the healer, ascension, all that stuff. So, like, this is the kind of stuff that I want to, really dive into, over there, and why it's important, why it's significant. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's get started with the readings. Jennifer F. Last name, initial F. I don't think she's in here, but and then after this live, I'll create a post of everyone that I read for today. Because I think maybe there's a couple people that everyone will see it though. Like, if you paid for a reading and you didn't get your reading the day before yesterday, then and I scheduled another live, like, I mean, to me that seems pretty obvious, but I don't know. But that's the way I like to cover bases, and just to make sure, so everyone knows. Okay. Spirit guides and angels of the highest white light and decrees for the highest and greatest good. Thank you. All right, so Jennifer, your first card out is the snake. This is like not a very great energy. It speaks of competition, like a snake in the grass, a snake, an enemy, competition, an enemy, someone who's clever or thinks they're clever. There could be something about the other woman. Look over your shoulder, malicious. Bottom of the deck is healthy choices. Interesting. I think this is confirmation. I don't know. Who's the snake in your life? Who have you been cutting out? That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing like this cobra. I'm seeing like a cobra getting its like head chopped off. I mean, I love animals, so I don't like seeing stuff like that. But in this moment, it's symbolic. Like, I don't know if you did the chopping or if this is your ancestors doing the chopping. What I'm also receiving here is that you just broke a really dark curse on your lineage. You're the curse breaker. What that dark curse is, I don't know. But it's almost like, speaking of parasites, that's what I'm seeing. It's like these parasitic snakes. A lot of times these like parasite, like entity parasites and stuff like that, they do look like snakes. They look like big worm snake things. I don't know. It's crazy. So that's what I'm kind of getting. It's like like whatever you just went through, whatever you just conquered, whatever cycle you just closed, you just chopped the head off a really dark snake. And I think this energy has been, it's the way that I'm being shown it is it's been siphoning off of your lineage for a very long time. I'm also getting, I don't know how resonant this will be or how it's connecting to you, but I'm also getting, with this other woman making healthy choices, I'm kind of getting like an attitude of like, you know what, go be with her then. Go be with her. So I don't know if this is you in past going to like someone that maybe you were with or something, like, you know what, you're a snake, you're out of my life, go be with the other woman, or, you know, whatever it is. Or if this is maybe, I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit of both. Or if this is maybe a divine counterpart who's starting to make healthier choices in their life too. And maybe there's a third party and they're chopping the head off the snake. You know, it's like some kind of like, it's just like beyond over energy. Okay. Making healthy choices in love and in life, self-love, self-care, and being happier. Also, because of the healthy choices that you've been making, okay, self-love, all the things, boundaries, the healthy choices you've been making, you've disassociated from the snake energies and the devil energies. And I feel like this is also just confirmation of like, great job, you did it, like, best is yet to come kind of a thing, okay? Let's get one more on that. The heart with the key. Something about love, but I just said the best is yet to come, and then we get the heart with the key for you. So this is about a new level literally has been unlocked in your heart. There's it's like chambers in your heart chakra that have like activated more and opened more. Your heart is more open, has space to breathe because of elimination of this stuff here. But it says welcoming love, meeting the one, open your heart, getting together, perfect. Incoming energy is the heart with the key and the lightning bolt. This is what's around you. This is what's coming in. This is sudden change, things happening fast. It feels like it's like the tower. It's out of nowhere, but it's about welcoming love. Well, you're welcoming love unexpectedly. A surprise, transformation, sudden change, shocking news. Someone may want to communicate. Maybe they went through an ending or a breakup. You know, I do pick up on that energy collectively right now with divine masculines in particular. They're very proud of themselves because a lot of them have learned lessons and they're leaving behind partnerships. And they know that, you know, a lot of them, they know that their karmic partnerships were, you know, that their feminine was reflecting to them a lot of truth around those things. So it feels like the masculines are very proud because they know that the feminine will, you know, understand and like, look what I did. You know what I mean? Look what I did. I did it. You know, it's like that. I finally did it. You know, I made healthy choices. I cut the head off the snake. You know, my heart has unlocked more. It's like that. So I think everything I said is going to resonate. And I'm just going to get a tarot card over the top. See, it's a king of there he is. There's that proud masculine. You have a king of wands coming in. You know, I do feel a little bit of an attachment. You already know this person, but I also feel this is someone, I feel like it's a new energy. I do. But look, bottom of the deck is communication and resurrection, judgment. Something is resurrecting here. I also feel that whoever this king of wands is, they've resurrected, meaning like they're reconnected to their soul, and that's opened up the heart. And I feel that's you. You're the Queen of Cups. Yeah, because your spirit guides are telling me right now that you, more than anything, you needed some confirmation on what you were already picking up on. So this is your confirmation. Okay. Yeah, you're high priestess, truth teller, queen, all the things. Okay. So yeah, this is someone who's wanting to talk. They come back online. You know, feels like this is someone who wants to do something, but will they do it? I don't know. They think a lot about it though. They think a lot about it. But, you know, can't predict free will. I wish I could. Actually, no, I do not wish I could. Never mind. No, I don't. I was like, I wish I could. That would just be like so much easier, but no, I don't. Okay. So that was for my Jennifer. And then number 2 today is Joanna. So thank you, Jennifer. As always, sister, I have so much appreciation. My note, this is one of my clients earlier. You need to unmute yourself. We were on a Zoom. I was like, how can I relay this? She wasn't seeing the chat. Hi guys, welcome in, loves. Welcome, welcome, welcome. AC, yeah. So the readings are $30. Yeah, so they're $30 USD. Price went up a little while ago, like just recently, not too long ago. But yeah, love, I will take you if you're wanting to get on the list. Just go ahead and submit your payment. All of the info is in the description box too, by the way. So payment, like where to send it, everything. And then just come back in and let me know like where you sent it, your name, and just to confirm. Okay. All right. So who did I say? Joanna. And Joanna's in here. Yay. Okay. So wait, hold on. I'm going to start with these. I felt called to use Island Time Wellness today for you guys. Speaking of that, so I was just in one of my last readings. I was talking about that kid who's like, he sailed from Oregon to Hawaii by himself with his cat. His name's Oliver. I freaking like. He's just like such a cool little buddy. I feel like he's like my little buddy online, but like that's how everyone in the world feels towards him. I don't know if you guys follow him, but oh my God, he made it to Hawaii today. And I'm just like, I'm so excited for him. I'm so excited for him. So cool. And I love it too, because he posted like when he made it, like when he hit the shoreline and he made it, he was like, his caption, all it said was corporate America, I won. Like, I was like, oh, you're killing it. Because he's totally like, fuck the system, quit his job, his corporate job, liquidated his 401k, bought himself a sailboat, took his cat, Phoenix, and said, I'm going to sail from Oregon to Hawaii, and then I'm going to spend the rest of my life sailing the world. And I just think that is so freaking badass. You follow him, Mayret? I know. Like my mom follows him, my brother follows him, I follow him. He's become like the world's, like people call him like, oh, he's America's sweetheart now. But I was like, no, he's like the world's little sweetheart, He's just a cool little guy. I like him. He's young too. He's only like 29. Yes, right, Joanna? Yeah, he's so inspiring. I love his heart too. He's so genuine and authentic. And I thought, wow, because that's what this world needs right now. Do you like? I just think it's neat because also like he's like new Earth hero kind of a way. Like he's a mirror. He's a divine mirror to millions of people at this point. He's a divine reflection of what it looks like to stand in your truth, stand in your power, be in your heart, follow your soul. Say F the system, F corporations, F all of it. I'm doing my thing. I'm living my best life, and no one's going to dictate otherwise. Like, he is such a powerful divine reflection and mirror to the world right now. And I don't think it's a coincidence whatsoever, because he has a pure heart and soul. He has, he's living from a very beautifully authentic place. And his message is just profound, and it's just beautiful. So he doesn't know it, but he is a really powerful activator, and that is why with what he's doing, the algorithm, right, he went crazy because he needs to be in front of people showing that humble, loving energy and the F the system vibe. Yeah, he's so awesome. So okay, so anyways, okay, so Joanna, let's go ahead and get your message, Joanna. It's 222 here in Cali. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Joanna just fell out in my lap. When that happens, that's usually a message in itself, meaning things are just falling into your lap. And it's 222 in California. So 222 is your confirmation also. things are just as above, so below. Things are landing in your lap. They're falling into place. They're falling into your lap. This speaks of going on a date, getting back out there, meeting someone new, dating, getting back out there into the dating world, just getting back out there instead of hermiting in here, planning and setting a date. Okay. Well, oh, you're in NorCal too? Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. Yeah, so it's okay. So beautiful, beautiful. All right. So let's go ahead and go farther. Let's go ahead and see what this is about. Because I mean, that's self-explanatory, but, and I do feel, so the message I think is like, you've elevated, you've elevated, and for a lot of feminines, like we've elevated, we're in a receiving energy, but we also need to take care of ourselves, but we also need to get out there. Exactly. See, I just saw your comment. Okay, I guess it's time. I've been avoiding dating apps. Honey, I'm always going to tell people to stay clear of those things because there's just such nasty energy on there. But if it's something that you enjoy and it's fun and you're like, it's just whatever, like, then that's just another outlet the universe can use to send you your person. So, but with this, like, yeah, maybe put your profile back like public or whatever however it goes on the apps. And then, but this right here is, how I said it's falling into your lap? That correlates into you're the Empress, you're in a receiving energy, meaning you don't have to lift a finger to make this happen. You don't have to go on the dating app. The universe is going to make this happen for you. And it's just letting you know that it's already in the works. So this could be like, you go pump, oh, I need to go put gas in my car. I need to go put some gas in my car. And you're standing there just like fueling up your car, and a car pulls up on the other side of the pump, and it's the love of your life, and you meet right there. That's how it's very serendipitous, out of nowhere. There's a lot of really powerful alignment like that's happening for many of us. So my advice is, if you leave the house, you better be ready. you better be ready. We do not want to get stuck, or meet, right? But if it's love your life, though, they're going to love you no matter what. But yeah, exactly. Yeah. So again, that's why this fell into my lap, because it's falling into your lap. But also the message is getting back out there. Like for all of us, it's just time to come out of our shell. Saturn and Aries is really going to be big for that. It's time to take action on things, but it's like, it's about discipline and, taking action and following passions and, all these things, and being, but we're going to have to, it's very like disciplined, like, these are my goals. That's Saturn energy. Saturn is very much like that. And Aries is like, action, passion, taking aggressive action, co-creating in that way, like all the things. So anyways, okay. Joanna, like dating and engagement ring. Engagement. You're going to be engaging with someone soon. The word engage, just like divorce, it doesn't necessarily just mean engagement. Like, oh my God, we got engaged. It's like we're engaging with each other. We're engaging in conversation. Just like a divorce. Like, it's not just a wedding thing. It's like, I divorced myself from you. I divorced myself from that bad habit. Partnership. So partnership is in the very near future. Like, yours is just all about love. Commitment, partnership, eternity, completion, union. You know, I don't know, but I am picking up on some past energy here. So this person might be someone that you've connected to in the past. I don't know. This is not like a karmic person. I'll tell you that. So it's, you know, it's either someone that you know who I'm talking about, or someone maybe that you know, maybe you sat next to them in college and they find you on Facebook out of nowhere and it's like, "Oh my god, I remember you. Like it's been 30 years, but how have you been?" Like that's crazy. It could be something like that too. So I don't know, but that's I share everything that's coming through. Yeah, very cool, very cool. And it speaks of completion anyways, you know, so I just feel like it's kind of also like your spirit guides going, okay, like it's time to get back out there, you know, put yourself out there, like go have fun, have a fun summer this summer, like go do things that bring you joy, you know, go visit the water, you know, go swimming. Queen of Cups. She's the queen of love. She's the queen of, you know, agape love. Like this is unconditional love. There is some kind of powerful love entering your timeline. Yeah, it's a new beginning. Wow. Wow. This person might come in and it might trigger some of your old wounds, like wounds that you've been peeling and working through. But what I mean by that is this person might show up with so much love and openness that it kind of triggers you for a moment because you feel like, can I trust this? But that's just your old programming being triggered again and trying to keep you stuck or safe. Use your discernment always, but I'm telling you, like this energy right here, when they show up, it might be super intense and it might trigger those old programs of, you know, I'm not good enough. Am I really deserve it? You know, I love myself. I don't know. It's freaking me out. It's like that. See, exactly. It can put you into an inner conflict. So just be aware of that. Be aware of that. See, it can make you want to hold back and go back into a protective mode because it's so real and big. Yeah, it could be a past life. Yeah, could be past life soulmate. You know, yeah, anything like someone from the past. It could be. It's definitely like a soul resonance. You know, because it's intense, very intense. Queen of Cups is divine love. Like, you know, you're not gonna find Queen of Cups love. You're not gonna ever find, like, if I was doing a karmic reading right now for a karmic couple, the Queen of Cups would never show her face. Neither would the Empress. You'll see the Queen of Wands, you'll see probably Queen of Pentacles, you'll probably see Queen of Swords, but like that Queen of Cups energy and vibration, that is very, very beautiful divine energy. So, okay, but that's what I got for you, my love. All right, so hello, Gemini season. And we have the new moon, like what, in like 2 days? Monday? New beginnings. New beginnings. You're gonna start seeing everyone, a lot of us who've been doing the work and stuff, like, oh man, we're gonna start seeing things showing up. I've already started witnessing it in my physical reality. So I'm just like, all right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Buckle up, buttercups. Here we go. I'm so here for this ride. The ride that I just got off of, hail to the no. I am never going on that ride again. We should burn that roller coaster down. You know, in fact, just close the whole theme park. Or you know what I mean? It's like that. But this new ride, I will take me there. Take me down to Paradise City. You're welcome, love. You're welcome. Absolutely. Always, sweetheart. Always. Okay. So that was for Joanna. And next is Amanda, my beautiful Amanda, who I haven't had the pleasure of reading for some time because she took a break, which I'm so proud of her. So proud of her. So important that we do that. Yeah, cowboy, take me away. Oh no. I think there's a Montana cowboy coming in, and he's gonna steal me away. He's gonna be cowboy, take me away, and he's gonna steal me away, and he's gonna take me to his ranch in Montana. Oh my God, you are here, honey. Oh my God, you are here. Yay. Okay, awesome. Yay. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and oh wait, I'm gonna start with these first. I keep doing that. All right. For Amanda, what do we have for her? All right, I just want to make a good little shuffle. Okay, for Amanda, what do we have for Amanda at this time, please? I don't know why my lighting does that sometimes. Hold on. Sorry, this doesn't feel right to me. It's very dark on my end, on my screen. I don't know why it does this sometimes. Like my lighting is all the way up. Let me go ahead and... Sorry, honey. Hold on a second. Wait, there we go. Oh, that should help. That should help. Oh, yeah. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. That's right. This feels good. Okay. All right. So first card here, the Grim Reaper. Oh, yeah. It probably is in power state. Well, no, I have my... Does it do it when your phone is plugged in? Because I have my phone plugged in charging. Does it do that sometimes when even if it's plugged in? Right now I'm at 62% battery and my phone is plugged in, but I don't know. I need a new phone anyway, so it's just about that time. Okay, so for my beautiful Amanda, the Grim Reaper, the relationship is over. No second chances. Grow and transform your life. These came out together. This is like the Death card. This is like the Death card, and this is like the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands combined. So for me, this is just confirmation that you completed a really huge cycle. Okay, I'm hearing actually 15 years. So, you know, I don't know how old you are, your age and stuff, but what they're saying is like the last 15 years. Interesting, because right as I said 15, we had 15 people in here, and right as it just jumped back up to 15. It jumped 15, 13, now it's back up to 15. That's confirmation. Okay. So again, I don't know what's been going on for that whole time, you know, but it's been a really huge karmic, it's a big karmic cycle. All the things that have been happening within that time frame. This, you know, whirlwinds. Okay, so since about 25, since you were like 25. So it's, you know, so basically it's just confirmation that like you really, so you've been healing though. So it's like you closed the cycle, but the cycle wasn't fully closed because you were still like, there was a lot of attachments there. There was still a lot of, you know, so you were like moving through the layers of the integration of the healing of it all. So for me, that's just confirmation of that. And then right here is your message about right now. So it feels like, I don't know, but like the way that I'm seeing it is that your abundance, or maybe certain things have started happening, like where you've been like, that was, you know, because sometimes we don't even realize a manifestation. Sometimes we really don't. Like the example I always give is like, you know, like if you go to Starbucks and the person in front of you pays for your order, they pay it forward. That's a blessing. That's abundance. That's a blessing. That's a manifestation. That's, you know, so I feel like there's been like maybe things that have been happening that have made you feel more like, oh yeah, like I'm seeing it in the physical because I know I'm in alignment, because if I wasn't in alignment, then this wouldn't be happening for me. You know, it's kind of like that. And that's the energy that you're just overall in right now, and like moving deeper into, or, you know, keep a positive mindset, manifesting exactly what you want. Manifesting exactly what you want. Why? Because you don't have anyone else around you trying to screw up what you want, trying to screw up your manifestations, trying to, you know what I mean? You've been able to be clear. This is what I want. You know, there's no one else involved but me. I finally get to manifest freely, and this is a really beautiful time for you. So let's go ahead and get one more. Gratitude, bliss. It's a blissed out energy. Hand of cards, taking a chance. So also, if you're being called to start things, take leaps of faith, like I'm just going to take a chance. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to this. I'm just going to, you know what I mean? Whatever it is, it could be literally anything. Every little, like taking a chance, every little leap of faith, every little risk, every little thing that like you've, you know, done, it's single-handedly bringing in a lot of abundance too. There's a lot of rewards attached to those actions. The universe favors the brave. So when we take actions of courage and bravery, we are rewarded like crazy. We are rewarded like crazy. That's also why when we're in the vibration of fear and cowardness and weakness and all that kind of stuff, you know, we're letting everything control us. That's why life just keeps going wrong. We're always broke. Shit just keeps breaking down. Like, because we ourselves are broke down and like that, right? So good job. Good job. Yeah, you're the butterfly. You're the phoenix rising from the ashes. Literally, I'm receiving that your whole life is about to change. So, you know, how that all looks for you in the physical, I don't know. But like, it's over this summer. It's going to be a really magical summer. All right, and let's get one over the top, please. Let's get one over the top, please, for Amanda. What? All right, here we go. What else do you want to add to Amanda's message, please? The butterfly also says, Amanda, relationship evolving to the next phase, healing the inner child and growth. I don't know why, but Spirit wanted me to confirm that for you, or just like read that to you. Yeah. Oh my God. Holy shit. See, I shuffle, split the deck. There it is. I said it's completion. This is just confirmation. There it is. The universe is showing up, letting you know. Like you completed and conquered, and you've been healing the biggest karma you came here to conquer and heal. Again, with that, great rewards. The universe favors the brave. Greater the pain, bigger the purpose, you know, all that stuff. And now everything is flowing in. See what happens when we complete a cycle? It's look at the completion, new beginning. There it is. And this Ace of Cups ties into this. Okay. So, you know, I don't dictate the reading, right? So whatever you need to hear, whatever your guides and spirit and the universe want you to know the most, and like need you to know the most powerful message or the biggest thing they need you to know right now, like that's what's going to show up. So, you know, I love that. This love, self-love, abundance. I love it. I love it. This is a lot, like right here, like, you know, what she has gotten in her message. This right here is an overall vibration for many of us divine feminines right now. We've completed, and now we're receiving. And the universe itself is giving us sign after sign, confirmation after confirmation about that. You might even get messages put in front of you that say things like a title or a meme, like, you know, you're now in the greatest chapter of your life. You know, you truly have leveled up in a big way, you know, or you made it through to the other side. You made it through. Congratulations. Things like that, right? I know a lot of readers, especially like new age readers and all these new people that are like popping up, they like to use the clickbait. So be discerning of that, because, you know, is it clickbait? Is it, you know, or is there like something there for you? So, but that is what I've got. So, you know, like if it's a message that says something like, you know, this message will find you, you know, right before this happens. Stay away from shit like that. But anyways, the chat wasn't moving again. Yeah. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. So wonderful, wonderful love. So I'm glad that it gave you confirmation and, you know, all the things. Yeah. Because there you go. So you're in an abundance timeline. Yeah. The things that just come in and the things that are like people experiences, you know, it adds value. It brings more peace and ease and flow. It's, you know, it's like you've ascended beyond the, like, at least for right now. I'm not saying it's you're never going to experience that again, but you've ascended beyond, like, you know, the drama and the, you know, so okay. All right. So after my beautiful Amanda, Crystal, my beautiful Crystal. Okay. Let me just change the numbers on here so I don't get them confused. Okay. Okay, so cool. All right, Crystal. Oh, I'm gonna start with this. What? All right, for beautiful Crystal. For Crystal, please. And then after Crystal, we have Steph, and then Alex, and then Alexandria after Alex. Okay, we're taking all these. These feel right. Crystal, you have the sword and the rose. It's like the Ace of Swords. You could be getting a lot of swords, seeing swords, Archangel Michael references, roses as well. You know, sisters of the rose, priestesses of the rose, goddesses of the rose. Like maybe you are a sister of the rose. Something significant about roses. I'm receiving the smell of roses. So rose oil. I'm also hearing rose hip, maybe rose tea. There's something about you connecting with the frequency and vibration of the rose. That's a guidance. It could be a confirmation, but it's a guidance. Drawing yourself a goddess bath, Epsom salt, some rose petals in the goddess bath, and, you know, using rose essential oil or rose oils, you know, to, you know, rub in your body, or your anointing or rubbing on your chakras or your third eye. I don't know. I'm probably also picking up on like some past life stuff that I'm seeing with you, you know, so could be like some stuff that you've done in past lives too. So getting back in touch with like your inner priestess, stuff like that. Clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, and power. It's just moments of clarity. This is a victory moment. A lot of clarity, a lot of truth, a lot of revelation. Like, I don't want to sound like, you know, I'm just reading cards, because, you know, I'm channeling too, but this literally is like, hey, when the energy and when it's all matched up and it all aligns, I can't, you know what I mean? So it's like literally like what I'm channeling is this. Like that's it. That's it. That's the message. There's a moment of clarity, profound truth. You're going to start seeing a lot of things. Why this never worked out, you know? Like what I'm getting is like some of God's greatest gifts are unanswered prayers. You thought you wanted it. You thought you needed it. Where is this person? Oh my God. Right? Whatever the case has been in the past, and you felt forsaken maybe, or you felt forgotten, or you felt angry. All of that was, first of all, it was your shadow work. So that was where you needed to heal your shadow and surrender. And this could be towards love. This could be towards anything, a job, money. I'm getting a lot of frustration. But again, one of God's greatest gifts is unanswered prayers, not answered prayers, unanswered prayers. So And that's why, like, as humans, and I do it too. We're all guilty of it, but like, it's funny. Why do we do that? Like, we're crazy. We're insane. The audacity of us, because, you know, the universe, God is all knowing. So, who are we to get like this and ho hum and nah, 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 I'm so mad, And I'm not saying this is how you are, Crystal. I'm just now, at this point, I'm talking to everyone who's just listening. But also, it connects to your message in some way. Like, you wanted it, and you're like, I want it. There's something where you were manifesting, but you were manifesting from a place of a very tight grip. You were manifesting from a place of scarcity and lack, whether that's lack of money, lack of love, lack of, I feel lonely, so where is it? I want love in my life right now. Or, you know, I'm broke or whatever, and I want money right now. Where is it right now? I've said affirmations for 3 days in a row and I still am not a millionaire. What the F? It's like that. So there was a huge lesson of release and surrender. And now you are the victor. So, whatever, oh, wow, this is interesting too, because look, truth and revelation, meaning things being revealed to you, things that are honest to God's truth. You might find some things out about people, about maybe situations from the past. There's something about being stabbed in the back, heartbreak, pain, separation. Some of God's greatest gifts are unanswered prayers, because God always sees this when you cannot, or when we cannot, to protect you. You really want, you're calling in the man of your dreams, and you have your dead set on this one person, but God and spirit knows that this person, they'll be cool for a while, and they'll work for a while, but they're going to end up breaking your heart and leaving you. So what do? They block that person out entirely, redirect you onto a new path where you receive clarity, victory, and truth and love anyways. You know what I mean? There's something real deep about this right now. And all I keep getting is God's greatest gifts are unanswered prayers. So now prayers are being answered, and in ways that I feel, ways that you have been desiring, but also you're going to be surprised. You're going to be surprised, which is always nice. That's nice. The only surprise I like is surprises from the universe. That's the only surprises I like, is surprises from the universe. Okay? You have a chaser. See, I feel that there was an energetic chasing going on. This is what I just said. This is everything I just said. So basically, like, whatever you've been moving through, like, you've been healing and leveling up and ascending, but you've been tested. You've had to learn a lot in regards to this kind of energy. Like, we don't chase, we attract. We self-love, we are receptive, we don't, you know what I mean? It's like that. So that's where I'm seeing all of the work. I like you, someone likes you, a romance is blooming, fun, flirting, wanting to date. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm getting. It says chaser or codependent in relationships, fear of abandonment issues. There it is. I want to date. Where's my person? And it's all stemming from abandonment wounds, deeper things going on. And God says, I don't think so. This person, no. And now you're in a place of this. Okay, so, and look I randomly picked this deck up. I don't know why I did that, but we have the Emperor masculine main male here. So I think it's connected very deeply to a masculine energy. It's also about healing that's occurred within your own inner masculine. You've been healing your inner masculine too. Getting out of survival mode, getting more into healing your nervous system, like stuff like that, like your nervous system. I just feel like more of like you're getting into more of like a relaxed, calm space rather than chasing or reactive or manifesting from a place of a tight grip and desperation. It's like that. And that's the lessons that literally every single person on this live and who watches this, we've all had those lessons. We all have those lessons. So Victory is yours. You've also healed a great amount from past heartbreak, pain, deceptions, things like that. Exactly. Exactly. Look at that. There it is. Where attention goes, energy flows, but you shifted your focus and you're seeing clearly. So you're manifesting with clarity. You're manifesting from divine truth. Now you're doing the things that spirit, right? So your heart is open. Now things are starting to flow. Now the wheel is turning. It's a turning point in your life, and it's about turning points connected with destiny. Love, new beginnings, and love, romance. This is self-love, though. It's also just an pouring of abundant energy and flow. Okay. So that is what I've got for you, my love. Okay. So, but yeah, and you know, basically every reading I'm doing right now it's the same kind of theme almost, where it's the before and now the after, or the now. There's a contrast. There's something where I need to tune in with almost every person I'm reading for right now, and I need to confirm, and I need to talk about what was, and now I need to talk about what is. What you've been through, all those things, what was, who you were, you're no longer this person. The death of you, you got to mourn yourself. You got to let it go. You're dead. It's gone. It's over. Now you're this reborn, fresh, shiny, sparkly, new version of you. And so my job is to talk about both, and also to bring the message of you can't lug this person who you were around anymore like a dead weight. Okay. And again, this is for everybody here. So, okay. But that's the vibe right now. And you might see it with other readers and stuff too. Like there's the old and the new. And right now we've been in the in-between where we are in the new, but I have to address the old and confirm and speak on it, because it's, you know, in another week, this old, it won't even come up in a reading. So, okay. So hi guys, welcome. Okay, so that was for beautiful Crystal. Now Steph. Okay, so Steph. And then Alex. Oh my God, literally. Okay, so I have to go pee real fast. I'm so sorry, but I've been with clients since, you know, it's like been back to back to back. And that's actually why I came on here a little late, because I just had a healing session with a client, which is funny because my last live, right before my last live a couple days ago, my client before the live was also a healing session. A lot of people are just ready. They're like, you know what? I've done the work I can on my own. And I'm tired of trying to figure it out. And I'm tired of, you know, like, am I doing shadow work right? And am I doing this? And you know, a lot of people are just like, please help me. Please just help me. And I love it, because that's why I'm here. So I'm like, yes, let me tap in real quick and do some past life regression and cord cutting and retraction of entities and parasites. And yes, let me get this nasty ancestor who's been siphoning your energy for the last 20 years off your back. Yes, I love it. It's like my favorite. Okay. Okay, so my beautiful Steph. I think Stephanie wasn't here. I don't know if she's still in here. Oh, there you are. There you are. I just saw your comment. I'm here. Okay, cool. Yeah, sorry, because there's a lag time with the, you know, with the live chat. There's a lag time. That's why I don't like doing lives on Instagram, because Instagram is such a mess, but it's like a worse mess than YouTube. Instagram, the lag time is so like delayed, and then on Instagram they only let you go live for 1 hour, and then you have to and then it cuts you off. It cuts you off. It like literally just ends your live. So Anyways, I'm like at this point now, I'm just talking again. So, oh, thank you, Alex. Thank you. Okay. Where's the, there it is. Okay. This is bugging me. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to figure out the light thing. Okay. Why? Dark mode, maybe? Dark mode on? I don't know. I'm trying to make it lighter, not darker. Sorry, guys. Hold on 1 second. Oh, wait, shoot. True tone. True tone on. Dark mode on. Night shift off. True tone on. I don't know. I have it on true tone on. Okay. I don't know. It's just, I don't know if it looks dark on your end too. I'm assuming how it looks to me, it looks to you, but it's like, it just looks dark. Like the lighting is like not, I'm like, I need like more light. I can channel, but like it's so annoying. I feel like when I hold the cards up and stuff, like you guys can't really see them. Hold on. Okay. Oh, all right. I give up. Okay. It's okay. It is what it is. The camera looks different this time. That's weird. That's weird. Because it looks exactly the same on mine. I don't know. Like I said, like these, I'm telling, like all these, they're every day. There's like they're changing things new. Like every day. Like I'm like, oh my god. So, okay, thank you, Joanna. It's a bright picture for you guys. Okay, so that's good. That's all I care about. Like for me, it's dark. Like when I look at the screen, it's like dark. Like my hands look like dark tan, dark hands. Like everything's dark. So okay. All right, so I'm gonna go pee real quick, and then I'm gonna read for you, Steph, when I get back, and then yeah, the rest of the list is Stephanie, Alex, Alexandria, Lauren, Mayrette, and then Kara. That's it. So we won't be here very long. Okay, and then yeah, I need to grab a little bit more water too because I'm out. So okay, cool. All right. Okay, guys. Let me go. Okay, I'm back. I was trying to hurry. I had to turn my AC on too because it's like 3 o'clock now, and it's the afternoon sun. You know, like when it comes on in my house, it comes over, it drops down on this side, towards the west, and then it gets really hot. Okay. All right, stop. Let's go ahead and see what is going on. Seduction. Seduction. Attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third-party interference. Photograph. It's like 6 of Cups energy. It's like nostalgia, looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, and making new memories. You know exactly what this is about. That's your confirmation. I think that's confirmation also of like what I said the other day in or last week or whatever, like the whatever recent reading that I had done. This is like the incoming, the runner. The runner is feeling the nostalgia, the missing you, the thinking about new memories, making new memories, or what that might look like. All the while, this like seductive energy. It's not even about like you have, again, like I said to someone earlier, it's not even about you having to do anything. Like it's literally just you're already in that frequency. So, but it, you know, on this runner card, it speaks of fear of intimacy. So, you know, it's definitely there. Definitely there. You know. Listening to the ego, fear of intimacy, like so this is a yes, so it's saying yes. It's also like, you know, victory after a long battle. That's the meaning of the card, but it's a yes. That's how I'm feeling it. It's just like yes. Then you have 9-9. This is the conundrum. So, you know, I don't know how helpful this is going to be right now, but it's just confirming like, yeah, this is like exactly like what they're feeling and like kind of where they're at and what they think about and kind of what runs through their mind, literally running through the mind. But at the same time, when it's like this is what I feel and I know it's this, but at the same time, when I think about this, it puts me here. And I go back and forth, 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 back and forth. Both are 9s. So there is something that the universe is saying, you know, will occur or happen that will bring something to completion, or, you know, whether it's a new beginning or, you know, whatever, I don't know. So it's right now it's very teeter-totter, which is why, again, you don't have to do anything really except just be and be you. But yeah, very stubborn, you know. It's like this, I have everything I want in life, but, you know, I don't have a partner, but I'm too scared and too, you know, fearful of intimacy and vulnerability, you know, and that puts me here, and then I just go round and round and round and round and round and round and round, right? So yeah, so all right, so just confirmation where they're at. Okay. Let me just get a predictive energy for that, because you're in a victory energy for you. Like this is you, you know. what you've been through, what you've been overcoming and working through, etc. So it's like victory after your long battle. So I don't know, you know, we pray for everyone to align and, you know, all the things. You know, we pray that divine masculines, that they, you know, allow themselves to be here and not here. But either way, you're in a victory era, so you're going places. All right, Two of Wands, just thinking. I did say that I said that there needs to be completion. You have 2 9s, so I was seeking a 10, and now we get the 10 here. Okay, so again, it's like all the thoughts all at once of what it would be like to maybe be with you, and then all of a sudden I'm finding like, okay, I'm, you know, thinking about what it would be like if she wasn't in my life and we never spoke again. You know, how would that make me feel? You know, is that okay with me? Could I live with that? Will I get over it? All of these things are like a whirlwind flying around. So just right now, prayers of them grounding and, you know, having some more clarity, things like that. So, you know, see, exactly. I'm thinking about it, like what it would be like, and what if I did this adventure, and what if I did this, and what, you know, it's the Emperor thinking of it. So, all right. So there you go. I also think that this is a lot of thinking about, you know, the painful endings also that this person has experienced in their life recently too. So whatever, you know, it's got them thinking about things. So, you know, and that with these masculines, that could be a really good thing sometimes, but that could be a real bad thing sometimes, because that's what happens is the masculines, they start overanalyzing and overthinking, and they get right, and then that's why it's 9 swords, 9 cups, 9 swords, 9 cups, 9 swords. It's like that. So oh, these masculines. So all right, love. So that is what I've got for you. Okay, so all right. I was like, did I pull? Yes, I did. Okay. All right, so that was for beautiful stuff. And next is Alex. Yeah, and like Stephanie, like that's what your guys are saying, like right now, like really, 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 like you're whatever. It's about detaching from what's going on right now in the physical realm, for your life and your finances or work or whatever it is. So they're saying like like these are the lessons, because we feel like we can't, like someone says that, like you got to surrender it up, you got to detach from it as much as you can, you got to trust. And immediately it's, well, how can I do that when this is my livelihood, this is my money, this is my home, this is my bills, this is my work, this is my, how can I just detach from that, right? Well, again, that's our ego and our fear, because on a soul level, our higher self is going, you just do it. So there's something like, all you got to do is really just detach. You're already in this like victory energy. You just literally have to watch as it kind of flows in. And again, that's the vibe for a lot of divine feminine energy right now. You're very welcome. Yeah, my goodness is right. That's why, you know, like you guys know me and like my journey and stuff, and I've in where I'm at in my like in my, like like in my life, in as far as like my twin flame or twin soul journey is concerned, like me and I'm going to be doing a reading about this too, because a lot of the feminines feel this way. What I'm about to say, a lot of feminines feel this way. Like, or you get to a point like in your journey, but a lot of feminines, twin flame feminines, they've ascended beyond the twin flame thing. Like they've ascended beyond the twin flame masculine, and that's exactly how I feel and have felt. Like surrendering it up, but it's like me, like I God's honest truth, from in my deepest heart of hearts and in Rose Heart Cosmic Heart, I honestly could care less if he ever reaches out. I could care less. I don't care. You know, and that's, it's not because it's the bond is, you know, there, it's our it's us in another body. So of course we're always going to have the connection and all things, but that's, you know, and so I just feel a lot of feminines in general. And sorry, Steph, I'm not like channeling for you anymore. I'm just talking to everyone again in one of my little like talk bubbles. But it's a reading that I need to channel for the collective, because a lot of feminines they've ascended beyond it. Like they don't even care. I know Mayrette's in that boat with her twin. Like she's been like that for a while. She's like, I don't care. It's funny because you actually, like, you know, you is as strong as you feel them, like they come in towards you. But I think when you get to that place of like, just, I love myself, I'm here for my journey, and like I'm healing myself, and I just don't even care really like what this other person is doing anymore at all. I don't care. I don't care. If they come forward, cool. If they don't, I don't care. I don't care. My heart is open to a kingdom spouse, to a beautiful soul connection, someone who can get me, someone who can hold my energy and frequency, someone who's supportive in my work, someone who's not, you know, hiding in their fear and karma and patterns and programs. Like I've ascended beyond that. You know, I have compassion and love, but me personally, I just don't care. I just don't care. He's made his bed. He can lie in it. I'm not here to hold his hand. I'm not here to make sure he ascends. I just don't care. I just don't care. Yeah, I really don't. Yeah. I don't even think of him anymore, really. Exactly. You know, unless he pulls on you, which that always will happen. Yeah, it's really crazy. Like exactly. You really don't think that you can really detach that strongly, but you can. You do. You just, because you're healing more of those separation wounds, I think, or you know, you're just coming more into that place of like, I love myself so fucking much. Like, I'm sorry, even if you're my twin soul, you don't deserve to be in my life. You don't deserve me. You do not deserve me. You deserve the karmic that you chose. That's what you deserve. And until you, because that's what they themselves think they deserve. That's why they're there. They don't love themselves. They are, you know, in the place of brokenness and weakness. They're in the place of fear, you know, and until they heal that, rise above it, or, you know, make that choice, you know, that's on them. It really is. And, you know, and honestly, that's the truth of these journeys, anyways. That's what this is about. It's about bringing you back home to self, where you are so back with yourself that you're not, there's really no part of you anymore that is wounded, that is still reaching out for that twin. There is, you know, so, and a lot of feminines are feeling that way. Like my clients and stuff, they're like, I don't even care anymore. I'm like, I know. So either this is gonna happen. So like, if you know, like with my readings right now and stuff, because there are a lot of masculines who are awakening. There's accelerated awakening. There's a lot going on. But that does not mean that they're going to do anything. That does not mean, you know, some people awaken and they're enlightened and awakened and in a really dysfunctional relationship or something, but they don't do anything about it. They see all the problems and issues and they know what's wrong and they know it's miserable, but they're still not doing anything about it. So, you know, a lot of them are rising, and I pray that they all do, but that's just not the case. That's just not going to be factual, at least not right now on Earth. There's going to be a lot of them that still resist. There's going to be a lot of masculine energies that opt out. We're going to start seeing more walk-in souls, meaning the higher self goes, we're not doing what we came here to do. They aren't going to do what we came here to do. They are not fulfilling soul contracts. So it's an agreement between other souls. So, you know, if another soul wants to come forward, they can walk in and that soul leaves. So, you know, and it's an integration. It's an integration. So it takes time. It's not like a soul just walks in, you know, and that's that. It's a slow integration where the soul starts to integrate into the, you know, into the person, and it learns a lot from the other soul, and there's like a whole thing that goes with it. So we're going to start seeing a lot of that, you know. So it's either like they're awakening and they're aligning, or a lot of them are going to opt out, and walk-in souls will come in to be masculine counterparts to these powerful feminines. Because the feminine rising, the queens, the goddesses, we there is no flipping way we could ever be with someone who still has that much wounds and that much weakness and that much fear and that much insecurity. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, that's where I'm at personally. And I know a lot of you guys are, and I can't wait to channel this reading for the feminines, like in regards to that. Because I see, like, it's like the ocean, how you see, like, you know, it's like the sun on the horizon, like you can see like the, you know, the sun setting. So it's like, that's what I see is like the ocean, the beautiful sun. It's sinking, it's dropping, you know. But to me, what that means is like I'm just getting like the horizon. There's light on the horizon. So anyways, I don't know why I just like went on that whole thing and just talked all about that, but apparently some of us, I don't know, we need to hear it, or maybe someone who's watching the playback needs to hear it. I don't know. Yeah, totally. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. And they'll always be coming in the dreams, and they'll always, because twin souls magnetize back. So, you know, I could be, you know, a year or two from now, I could be married and having a baby and living my best life with my kingdom spouse and totally madly in love and super high priestess, high priest king, you know, together. But my twin will always magnetize in and show up in my dreams and you know, like that. So, and I'll always hold loving space for him, like, you know, like a good friend, like a good friend that I will always love, you know, but that's it. That's it. That is it. I've learned so much from this journey. I've learned so much from this journey. And that's what this journey is about. This journey is about you and you alone. It's not about anyone else or the other person. It's really not, because that other person is just you in another body anyways. So, you know what I mean? It's like a part of you. So that's why it's so strong. You're always going to have that. People, it cracks me up. Like all the people out there that say things like this. My twin is toxic. You know, I had a catalyst twin flame. I met a false twin. You know, like all these different things. But that's another one of the things is like a big, like, you know, is the fact that everyone thinks it's like you're meant to be together, and it's just like living out the rest, you know. That's just if both people do the work fully and ascend and rise into union timelines through frequency, you know. It's a divine timing is a frequency. And so, and I just think a lot of feminines are truly seeing that and really tuning into that. Like, I'm in that frequency, but this person is not, nor will they be anytime soon. And I am not wasting my life sitting idly by for them. Hell to the no. I've wasted enough of my life, you know. So I don't know, but everyone's gonna feel different, you know. A lot of feminines get triggered when I talk like about things like that. But again, if it's triggering, it's because I'm saying something that is a deep knowing on some level, and it's triggering because the ego still wants what it wants. You know, otherwise it won't be triggering. Anyways. Hi, Alexandria. Hi, love. Yeah, I'm reading for Alex right now. So, Alex, I'm actually reading for Alex, and then next is Alexandria. And then Lauren, and then Mayret, and then Kara, and then we're done. It's funny. It's kind of crazy too, because I feel like so like my like on my priestess channel and like my spirit guides right now and like my higher self right now, like I don't know what it is, you guys. It's the rebirth, these new timelines, but it's all I feel like it's my job right now. It's my job to see. I'm burping, but it's not like the burps from the last live where I was like, oh my god, I'm getting right, because when we burp a lot, sometimes it's a purge, but it's just energy. Like, so right now, whatever I'm talking about, whoever's in here, I'm helping to purge some stuff from the heart chakra, connecting with the masculine or these frequencies or energies or the unions or whatever, because it's from my heart, so all of a sudden I'm burping. Anyways, I feel like I'm being guided. I'm like, I have to help and protect, but like I feel like I'm really trying to more than I ever have before. I'm really trying to guide the feminines away from these masculines, because what I'm witnessing is a lot of really beautiful feminines who've been doing work, and they've been through hell and back. They are coming out of the death cycle feeling ready, but also there's a layer of vulnerability. And I've witnessed some feminines going back, like it's because they feel so vulnerable, they almost go backwards a little bit to the old behaviors of, like it's just because they feel like, okay, like I'm ready, like, and that's just not the case right now. So I don't know, but that's the guidance, is like I feel like I'm being guided to really help some feminines right now, like really surrender and detach from the masculine, period. Like they have nothing to do with our journey in that way. So yeah, and I also think it's because the reasoning for that too is because there's because I'm me myself, I'm in this rebirth, I'm in new timelines for my own life. Things are expanding, new channel, spiritual retreat, a lot of different things going on, my website up, like everything is I'm getting downloads and things that I want to do for my priestess channel, like things I want to create, like priestess tools and things that people can use and purchase and work with and things like that. But so there's a lot of that, right? But hold on, why was I saying that? Because there's like so much coming in. I'm like trying to crap. How was I saying that? It'll circle back. It has something to do with the masculines and all that and like everything. Feminines, because the feminines have a lot going on. Okay, no, I can't remember. So whatever, it's fine. It'll come back. But I want to protect my divine femmes and divine masculines too, but because I think for a lot of these masculines out there, if it's been like years of this journey and they're still not getting it and waking up, or they're still resisting because a lot of them already know, like I said, they see it and they know that they're going completely against the grain in their life, but they keep doing it anyways out of fear and all those things I said, like being weak and not being strong and choosing fear over love and all those things. I don't think they ever will. I honestly don't. I like if they can't like with the energy and the power of Earth right now. And again, this is gonna be different timelines, but I'm telling you, like a lot of these masculines, like if you've been in separation for 3, 4, 5 years or more, and like it's gonna be different for everyone. This isn't a personal, but the way I see it is for a lot of them, and that's what I was talking about with the walk-in souls for some of them, because if they're not getting it, they're never going to get it. And that's what I meant earlier about they're not fulfilling soul contracts. They're basically going negligent on why they came here. They have free will, but a lot of them it will, yeah. So anyways, okay. I just like talking anyways and hanging out. So while I'm on, all right, Alex, let's see what we got for you. What time is it? 3:30? Okay. And a lot of feminines actually, like, even though they like hold space and they like have love for their person, like a lot of feminines are at the point where they're like they don't care, but also where they're at the point where it's like, it's almost annoying to them. It's annoying to them, the signs and synchronicities and the music and the songs and the lyrics, and it's like enough already. I don't care. You're not doing anything. I don't care. It's like that. But I love you through the ethers. But I don't care. It's like that, All right. I hate when my comment thing gets stuck. And it doesn't do it all the time. I'm sorry, Alex. I'm sorry. I'm laughing because I literally just zoned out for a second and I like was getting like another like message about what I was just talking about, and then literally as I got that's why I just laughed. There it is. See, see what I'm talking about? That's what I'm talking about. Like it's coming from the higher realms. The spirit guides are like, we've been trying to guide this person, okay? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. That whole thing. That's funny. Oh my God. Okay, sorry. All right, Alex. Let's go ahead and see. I definitely wasn't your message. You are not chasing any kind of a energy. All right. I like you. Okay. Someone likes you. Romance is blooming. Having fun flirting. Wanting to date. This feels very innocent, fresh, easy. Like Sunday morning or whatever that song is. Easy like Sunday? Is it easy like Sunday or Sunday morning? Maybe something about a Sunday. Tomorrow's Sunday, right? I like you. Feels like okay. I don't know why, but I'm getting some specific dates, but please don't cling to the dates. But I'm getting like June 19th, 2021. I mean, that could be the middle of the week. It could be a weekend. I have no idea. But I'm getting that like June 19th. Around there. Maybe you're out somewhere, something happened. It's just very it's like I said earlier what I was talking about how the universe is using like these like kind of like really cute serendipitous moments, like, oh, I'm going to, I'm at a restaurant and I'm going to, or I don't know. I don't know why I can't think of anything, I'm going to go grab the same thing and you grab it and our hands touch and it's like awkward, like, oh, I'm sorry, and then it's like the love of your life. Or like I said earlier about like the gas pump, like you go to the gas station, you go to fill up your gas tank, you think you're just pumping some gas, and then boom, someone pulls up right next to you on the other side, and it's literally the love of your life. Hey, familiar. It's 333 in California too. So bottom of the deck is the butterfly, which, look at this, relationships evolving to the next phase. So if you're single, you won't be single for long. That's the vibe. That's the vibe. Yeah, I'm hearing Clay Walker, you know, if she's lonely now, she won't be lonely long. Heaven help the fool who did her wrong. Okay, so obviously you're not, you know, it's if you're lonely now, you won't be lonely long. If you're single now, you won't be single long. You know, heaven help all the fools from the past who didn't see what they had in front of them, because let me tell you, this one coming in is going to see it, and they're going to appreciate it, and they're going to match with it, and they're going to know how to handle it. Healing the inner child and growth. I know it's been a big one, a lot of inner child stuff. So again, the butterfly is showing here that it's a level of rebirth, you know, it's coming out of the cocoon. I mean, could this be someone like telling you they like you, like, you know, hey, you know, I have deeper feelings than what I said, or, you know, have shown, or actually I have feelings for you. Could it be a friend? Or yeah, like all those. I don't really see that. More than anything, I get new. This is new experience, new. I like you. It feels fresh. It feels good. It feels easy. It's refreshing. Addiction, codependent, obsession, possession, controlling, blockages, and restraints. This is what you're arising from, but I do feel that there's, you know, there's stuff definitely like energies, blockages, traumas, whatever it is, the densities that are bubbling up. So, you know, again, just if you need to cry, cry. If you need to burp, burp. If you need to run, run. If you need to scream, scream. If you need to take a rest, take a rest. There's something with that. It's purging, so it's helping you to like alchemize some dense stuff that you've been carrying around with you. Okay. Probably this new moon is helping with that, and the transits and things like that too. You know, I think a lot of us are going to start. I'm already feeling that too, like feeling like the heaviness like lift more and more and more. There it is. Ace of Swords. First of all, this is another yes card. Divine truth. This is Archangel Michael saying, yep, this is truth. This also shows things being cut away. Like this, you need this sword to cut away whatever that is, that dead weight. Protecting your energy too, because I see that. I see like you being more tired than you need to be. I'm seeing your energy feeling more drained than it needs to be. It's because of the energies around you that are energy vampires. It's very vampiric energy. So working with Archangel Michael, you know, I shield myself every single day before I leave my house. I know that your direct reality at home is also pretty dense and intense and heavy. So I would do some energetic clearing in your home for sure. And then also, you know, just I protect myself when I'm in this home. Like that's it. I'm protected. Anytime I'm here, my shields are up. Period. Okay. The High Priestess. This is about keeper of secrets, revealing some truth here. So there's revelations, moments of victory, things that have been hidden, but maybe you have felt intuitively, like I feel the victory, but I'm not seeing anything. I feel like things are going to get better, but I'm not seeing anything. It's like that, but your third eye, your vision, your intuition was telling you, yep, yep, yep. Now it's here. This is the season where it's here. Again, like I said in my live the other day, I have not felt a rebirth energy like this collectively since I started my YouTube channel in May of 2021, 4 years ago. And the reason being, and that's when I connected the dots the other day in my live, was, oh my God, the reason why is because at that time in 2021, we had just come out of the global dark night of the soul, the forced dark night of the soul by the governments, with the pandemic. So everyone collectively, and on my timer right now, it was all ones. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So yeah, exactly. Yeah, I do not blame you. I would be out all day long too. I would be out all day long too. I would dread to go home. Like, I love everybody, but I would dread to go home. I literally, that would kick my anxiety into high gear. That experience right there would give me PTSD, and I know exactly how it feels because I've experienced that same feeling within my own dynamics in the past. So I know how it feels exactly. That's why I'm saying it's like, you are going to receive more energy and surges of energy, but you also need to really protect your own energy. Okay. All right. So, but that is what I've got, love. Okay. So yeah, I don't know, and it almost feels like too, like spirit in a way is going like, Erica, some things are being revealed to Alex, but it's a surprise and we really don't want anyone to know. So we're going to kind of hide it, but know that there's victory, but we're going to kind of hide it. It's like that, Again, remember I was saying earlier about the surprises of the universe? I said, I love surprises from the universe. I just don't think you're going to surprise me by showing randomly up at my house one day. That will piss me off more than anything. But if it's a surprise from the universe, that's okay. It's like that. And so that's what I'm getting. It's like universal surprises. So it's all good. All right. You're very welcome. Okay. So that was for Alex. Okay. So Alexandria. And then Lauren, Mayrat, and then Kara. All right. Here we go. It's almost 4. So, okay. So I've been on for about 2 hours. Okay. Oh, wait. Why am I doing that again? See, I keep wanting to get out of here. There we go. All right. For Alexandria, please. Is there one over here? There it is. I felt one flip over in the deck while I was shuffling. There we go. All right. So your cards today are the Mirror and the Boat. I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat. Mirroring each other, your self-image, relationships reflecting your wounds, introspection. I feel that. I feel that's confirmation. That's what I'm kind of seeing here is, I don't know, in the recent past or whatever, spirit, maybe people around you. It could be a coworker. It could be a random person at, the grocery store. It could be someone you meet online or you go out on a date with them. The universe is using people to be your mirror to help you. And these mirrors are just reflecting. So like, let's say it could be something that triggers you, or it could be literally as simple as you're driving down the road, someone cuts you off, flips you off, and it just, in that moment, it just gets you, and you're just like, ooh, you mother effer, like that. I don't know. That's an example. Maybe it's literal. I don't know. But universe use that person in that moment to trigger you, to get you to, basically work up some kind of like anger, where then you go, wait, why am I reacting like this? It's a moment of a trigger and a reflection and a release all at once. And that is what happens when you've truly elevated. So the universe is using people to trigger you. It's using situations and people to trigger you, to reflect your wounds that you're, and then but it's to help you heal the wounds. So, okay. Also, self-image. I don't know, but that's really drawing me in. So maybe doing mirror work about self-image or self-love. Mirror work, like literally, like sitting butt naked in front of the mirror and seeing your whole body and yourself. And I don't think there's really anyone in here that can look in the mirror like that and not have one little tiny thing that they don't critique about themselves. I would bet most people, if they sat naked in front of the mirror like that, they might be like, oh God, okay. You know what I mean? So there's something with that, like self-image, like self-love, like mirror work. I love mirror work. Mirror work is so incredible. And it really, really works. Like when you connect with it and you do it, like you're just like, you get to the point where you're just like, hello, gorgeous, instead of like, oh God, you need to pluck your eyebrows. It's like that. Oh my God, I just had this convo with my aunt yesterday that I have attracted people who is my next fix with. Oh, yes. Lauren, I'm on a boat just made me crack up. I'm glad someone appreciated the humor within that. Thank you, Lauren. I'm so glad that you commented that. Catalina wine mixer, anyone? All right. So, okay. But sorry. So yes, love. Exactly. Alexandria. Exactly. And sometimes that's what especially when we've just completed a huge karmic cycle, a divorce, a death, a big breakup. We've lost a career we've had for 10, 15 years or 30 years or something. Okay. So when we are completing something like that, this kind of stuff will occur. Again, you know why. But also, the universe will maybe bring people in to help pull us out, of that cycle that we're, you know what I mean? And it could be a trigger, it could be a friend, it could be a reader on YouTube, holy shit, I feel completely lost. And this reader showed up today and I just love their energy. Their messages are incredible. It's exactly what I need right now. That's another moment where the universe is mirroring to you exactly what you need, whether it's for a trigger to heal or it's just, loving energy to make you feel welcome and safe. But okay. So the boat, maybe you're going to be on a boat. I don't know. It's summertime. Okay. The living is easy. Receiving what you need. It's about your ships arriving. Okay. And it's funny too, because I was talking about that guy, Oliver, and his, how he sailed on his sailboat with his cat from Oregon to Hawaii. I don't know, but it's literally like just your ships are arriving. You're getting what you need. You're getting what you deserve. You're going to be mirrored back to you right now, what you've been putting out. Okay. And putting into yourself. So you'll see it. If you're not already, you will see it. Progress, things arriving, moving on, closure issues. So again, where there's maybe closure issues or old, and wounds still lingering. Like, if you go through a breakup, you have your first initial, period of, okay, I went through the breakup, 6 months have gone by. At this point, I'm pretty much over it. But when you get to that point, if it's like something that's like been a part of your life and it's pretty deep, that is the ego and the brain. Like, yeah, you've healed to a certain point, but there's so many other layers underneath that. It's like the ocean. On the surface of the water, we heal on the surface, but there's all this depth underneath that hasn't even been touched. So that's what you've been processing and moving through, is the depth. The shallow, the surface stuff is easy, but it's the depth. That's the stuff. So whatever the universe needs to do to keep, helping you heal the depth of that so you can move on and receive what you need. I mean, it's beautiful. It really is. Sometimes we we feel like, God, why is this happening? But it's because we need it to. It's because, you know, the universe is always from the highest and greatest good. The universe is not a bully. The universe is not picking on us. It's not the religious Catholic Christian God where if you do something wrong, you're being punished. You know, it's not, it's, well, this is shitty, but okay, what's the lesson? What am I learning? What is this showing me? What is the mirrored reflection here? You know, it's like that. Whatever floats your boat. Ah, that's funny. Very, very in alignment with the sailboat. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get a tarot card. Let's see what the tarot wants to add to that. All right. So, yeah. Oh my God. Wow. So there's a lot of wounding here. Okay. So, you know what this is also showing me? Like, this has been happening, but there's also some, you know, pretty, it's connected to your heart, all kinds of stuff. So, you know, it's like it's been happening, but the way that I'm seeing it is it's actually an incoming energy too. It's like the universe, especially with Saturn and Aries, where I mean, you think Saturn and Aries, like that's like the world card. That's like the universe itself. Like Saturn is like the disciplinary teacher, like the parent, you know, so it might come in, and this is for everyone where you know, where there's still like the shadow or the deepness, you know, there's gonna be a lot of mirroring and triggering, specifically mirroring and reflecting these wounds. Okay, so we can move forward. So interesting though, interesting. So, you know, beautiful confirmation, but yeah, you know, and definitely, you know, you close out a cycle, you're definitely like in this more like abundant, vibrant energy and all that. But there's still, you know, there's still stuff going on, right? So all good. Let the universe do, let the universe, you know, it knows what it's doing. But for you, it's your ship's arriving. So some things are going to start coming in, you know, we don't just go through these journeys for no reason, right? Like, so it's like as you've been triggered or as you've been healing or as more things have happened, you've also been rising your frequency. You've also been learning more lessons. You've also become more, you know, responsive rather than reactive, or do you know what I mean? So anyways, it's beautiful. So you're sailing ahead. Waters seem pretty smooth. They're just letting you know. Okay. There could be some things that come in and it's just going to help you is all. Okay. You know, and when, you know, and when your forever person comes in, you will, you know, it's, again, all of that kind of energy is like, we're preparing you, we're just helping you, we're helping you clean stuff out, we're helping you declutter it energetically, we're helping you, you know, have realizations about yourself or your patterns or your behaviors or your choices and patterns and maybe relation, you know what I mean? So it's everything. So, but it's really neat. Okay. So I'm like taking notes every day. Okay. Well, thank you, universe, for that really crazy, shitty experience. That sucked. But now, as I've had a moment to breathe and kind of bounce back from what just happened, now I'm going to take a moment and I'm going to look deeper and I'm going to lovingly embrace what just happened was, which, you know, everything is for a reason. So, okay. And that, my loves, is how we evolve as souls. It really is like that, you know. Oh, I love it. I love it. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, Alexandria. Yeah. Yeah, there's really nothing like just detaching from the matrix and literally just working with spirit and healers or, you know, shamans or, you know, whatever it is, you know what I mean? But that is, I love it. I love it. You know, eventually that's like where I want to be. That's like what I want to be doing eventually. Like my goal is, my end game is to eventually ascend and evolve beyond you know, I don't want to be on platforms, and I don't want channels, and I don't want, you know, like right now I have to because it's a part of my journey. But, you know, another 10 years from now, I won't be on I won't be on here doing this. I will be, you know, owning land. I will be traveling. I will be doing spiritual retreats. I will be, you know, holding sacred ceremonies. I will be doing stuff like that. Like, you know, that's where I'm evolving into, for sure. But yeah, isn't that neat? So yeah, a lot of so again, so it's like you experiencing that's an experience, but that's also a form of an activation, you know, healing, etc. But that's also something, you know, like in the future, maybe you'll go back to, or maybe you'll be like, you know, I want to learn more about this, or this culture, or these ceremonies, or, you know, things like that. So all right. Okay, so all right, so that was for Alexandria. Lauren, my beautiful Lauren. And then Mayrette and Kara, and then we are done. We are done. Oops. I almost just not. I'm just waiting to see. I know, because Lauren, you're in here, Lauren, but I don't know why I'm waiting for you to comment like you're still here. But okay, I think you're still here. I'm just going to go. All right. Now that it's like finally, like, now we're finally getting like actual, like more like summery spring weather, you know. I really need to go to the beach. The ocean, she's calling me. She's like been calling me. All right, here we go. Hi, Lauren. Okay, she's like, I'm here. The clock. Needing time, taking time, takes time, in time, cycles, time to heal, and progress. It's time. It's taken time. You've needed time, and it's taken time. And you knew that in time, these cycles would arrive and also end. And this, so it's just confirmation. The time that you've taken to heal and the progress, you knew, like, you knew you were in initiation and preparation phase. I'm not ready for divine union. I'm not ready for this. I still have healing work to do. It takes a high vibrational soul to admit that kind of stuff, you know? And you are that. Something is happening now. I'm hearing that there's something happening here, you know? Stop now, that sound. Everybody look what's going down. I love classic rock. Tell me about the clock. The butterfly. The butterfly is coming out in almost every reading I've done for you guys today. Again, that shows confirmation of what I said earlier about my job right now, my readings right now. It's about the what's here and the new versus like what you just completed and are now leaving behind. The phoenix rising, the butterfly. I just got a tattoo of a Dolly. Oh my God, I love Dolly. I love his artwork. Wow. Okay, so beautiful confirmation. Why do I feel like you have I feel like your souls know each other. Is that crazy? You and the artist, like maybe you guys have known each other in a past life or something. I don't know why, but that's just random, but it came through. Relationships evolving into the next phase, healing the inner child and growth. That's the butterfly. Then you get, I knew it. So I said, what is it time for? Because it felt like there was an announcement. Like that's why I said, like, okay, well, what is it? Like something is here. What is it? Here it is. Look at all this energy coming through for you guys today. engagement rings, you know, getting back out there, dating, going on dates, flirting, you know, having fun with someone. Like, okay, we broke on through to the other side, and this is what's on the other side. Here's our golden glory. There you go, Lauren. So engagement, partnership. It's a partnership. It's a soul connection. You have partnership on both cards. Partnership, partnership. It's a partnership. Soul contracts, completion, union, eternity, commitment. Someone who will have your back completely. I don't know why, but your spirit guides are saying that. They're like this is someone who's going to have her back. Maybe that's something you think to yourself, like, I need someone who's going to have my back. Like, that seems like common sense, but not really. Some people don't, you know, some people are more like, I just want someone to love me. I just want someone to hug me and keep me warm. You know, it's like, no, like, I need a ride or die person next to me. I need someone who can, you know, live authentically in truth, and who's also, you know, awake to the false matrix and, you know, all that kind of stuff. Reminiscing, keepsakes, perception, learning from the past, and making memories. You've learned from the past. You're about to be making memories with someone. That's what I see. I don't know if, like, you're dating someone, or if you already know who this is. I don't know why I feel like that. My favorite, very possible. Yeah, like, you know, I mean, I know he's not like some like ancient, you know, he's not like Da Vinci or Picasso, where it was like it, you know, like hundreds of years ago. But there's definitely that, like, some people, like, let's say, like, some people have a deep connection to certain, like, you know, people in history, or artists, or you know, musicians. Like, it could be Shakespeare, it could be Beethoven, it could be Picasso, Da Vinci, it could be, you know, an art like this. Like, why can't I think of his first? Oh my God, I used to have one of his books. It was a hardcover book, and it had a bunch of his artwork in it. I am LOL. Okay. See, I had a feeling. That's why I said that. That's why I said that, Lauren, because I was like, I don't know what's going on here, but that's what I was picking up on. I felt that there was someone in the mix here. Okay. All right. So you already know. Okay. So things evolving, things going deeper. You know, I don't know. Only you know, but it just speaks of progress, soul contracts, agreements. You know. I don't know, Lauren. Maybe you're getting married. I don't know. You're like me, though. I don't know if you're someone who will get government married, because, you know, F the government, but but I don't know. You know, maybe you're just making promises and exchanging vows, and, you know, doing your own little ceremony or something. But yeah. Okay. I don't know. But look, there's you, there's them. You, them. You, them. You, them. I adore her. Wow. Look at her. Like, she's an established woman. She's not some little girl. She's not needy and clingy and codependent and, where are you? Why haven't you texted me back yet? Hand fasting, yeah, that's what I think I'm gonna do too. Although I am not gonna lie, okay, I do want a freaking beautiful ring. I want to design my ring. It's gonna be something gorgeous, but it's gonna be an exchange of promise, you know. And yeah, I think hand fasting. Definitely not, you know. The only way I would get government married is if I absolutely, like, had to, for some reason, like, for, you know, for my person, my husband, you know, I'll call it my husband. He's my divine husband. Unless, like, something happened where it's just like, you have to, because if you guys were married, then this, you know. But I don't know. It would take a lot. It would take a lot to make me need to get me to do that. I'm like, we're here to break contracts, fulfill soul contracts, and break matrix contracts, right? So anyways, my love, I don't know. There's a lot of love. So maybe you needed to hear that. Maybe that's confirmation for you. Like, I don't know. But I kind of felt that. Like, oh, there's someone around her. Like, oh, she's kind of like already being admired and adored. Yeah, not the, yeah, I mean, I think all rings are beautiful, you know. I do, like, you know, for the most part, but definitely I'll be designing, or more, even better, my divine masculine, I won't have to design my own ring because he's gonna know me. He'll design it and create it and have it made, and it will just be like, you nailed it, honey. You nailed it. He's gonna know exactly what to create for me. But anyways, okay. And many feminines too, you know. That's these masculines. They're just gonna, they're just gonna, you know, I'm on it. I don't need to be told to take the garbage out. I'm not a little boy. You know, that's why I'm like, I grew up watching that, you know, like with, and just women all, you know, it's like they get into a relationship or a marriage, and then all of a sudden the husband is a total slob, or the wife is. It's either one or the other. But like, men, they always are looking for a woman who can be their mommy, because they, you know, they're broken men. And so these powerful new earth masculines who are balanced and super in tune with both polarities within, they're going to be in touch with their feminine in that way, but super at the same time, like a man's man. You know what I mean? Like a freaking god, like Zeus, Hercules, you know, a Viking god, or, you know, that's how I see them. That's how I see them. But yeah, my point with that is like, they're the masculine, the awoken masculine, he's a man. He's not a little boy putting on the facade of a man. He is a man. And he owns his shit, and he holds space for his woman, his feminine goddess. You know, anyways. Oh my God, I was just having this conversation yesterday with the client. I love it. Yeah, right? Because, right, like, isn't it true? All my friends who are married, and everyone I know that's married or like lives together like that, literally, like, pretty much everyone I know, like my girlfriends who are like married, or, you know, they've got a guy in their life, we'll say that. The guy is like a total little baby. Like, he's a little fucking kid. And I'm like, I don't know how you put up with that. I could not ever, hell no. But it's like leaving their, you know, they get out of the shower and they leave their towel on the ground, and they change their clothes, and they don't even make it to the hamper, and there's dirty clothes and empty water bottles, and, you know, they cook themselves something and they throw the dishes in the sink and they don't clean it. Why? Because they treat the woman like a maid, a slave. You're my mother, clean up after me. You know, it's like that. You know, and there's always double standards too, you know, in these kinds of dynamics. It's like, well, I'm the breadwinner and I make all the money, so, you know, I put a roof over our head, and, you know, so I can be a total slob, you know, or it's the woman that does it, you know. I don't know. Everyone's got their shit, but I'm like, and people ask me, when are you going to get married? You know, like my whole adult life. Why aren't you married? Don't you want to get married? When are you going to get married? And you know what my answer is, you guys? When someone says that to me, I look at them dead ass in the eyes and I say, do you know anyone who's happily married? Do you know anyone who's happy and married? Because I don't. I don't. And every single time they're like, crickets, like, fuck, she's right. And most of the time, the people asking me that, are people who are married themselves, and they're trying to project because deep down, I'm actually living a life they wish they were or had. Meaning, they want to try to act like, what's wrong with you? It's passive aggressive, right? We know how this works. Why aren't you married yet? When are you going to get married? Very passive aggressive, very bullshit, silent attack in a way. And so what they're really saying is, look at her. She's living a life where she doesn't have to answer to anyone, and she doesn't go to bed every night completely fucking miserable. And she doesn't have the responsibility and weights laying on her that I do. And I want to just be like an ass and try to passively aggressively attack her. That's basically what happens. People ask me that all the time too. Exactly. It is. It's so annoying. I'm like, oh my, and then it's even more annoying because you're enlightened and you're like, it's so sad. Then it's like, then you start feeling sad. Like I feel like I feel bad for them, because that, to them, in their very low consciousness, to them, that is some kind of like lifetime milestone victory. You've made it, like to them. And how sad is that? How sad is that? That's literally like, that's how like, that's so sad to me. And I'm just like, that's why we're here. That's the programming. They're running on programs. So when they see other people who aren't running on that program, like what is the norm of society, it sends off a red flag to them, or an alert, like, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. They're not conforming. They're not conforming. They're not conforming. They are doing things different. And people fear what they don't know or understand. So again, and then what happens when they're fearful? They start attacking and projecting. So it's just crazy. But, exactly. Like I'm doing, and then and then it's like, because people just can't even believe that you're literally like not codependent, you're not, because that's how they are. So people always meet us at the level they meet themselves. Exactly. So it's like, no, actually, but you can say that to people. You can go, I'm actually really good. I'm happy. Like, thank God I'm not married. Like, everyone I know is fucking miserable who's married, and they're basically all getting divorced. All my girlfriends basically who, like, they got married young, and oh my God, and they had their parents paid for like a $50,000, $75,000, $100,000 wedding. And even back then, I'm like, wow, these poor chumps, because I love my friend, but this shit's not going to last. And I could see it a million miles away, right? All of them are separating, divorce, or they still are together. They're one of those couples for the kids. We're doing it for the kids, but it's complete dysfunction. Like most of my girlfriends, their husbands have cheated on them. It's a mess. I'm like, oh my God, thank you. Rejection is protection. I was divinely protected, but I also I had no desire. I had no desire, I've been proposed to, like my ex, like he kept asking me over and over and over again, let's get married. Let's just do it. We don't have, because he knew I didn't want, like, if I even did think about, like, he knew, like, no, I am not having all kinds of people. Like, I do not, if anything, I'll go down to the courthouse and like do it there. That's it. I've always been like that. Like, and so that's what he would say. Oh, come on, I'll buy, like, we'll go pick out a ring, anything you want, just la la la, we don't have to have some big thing, just your parents and my parents and, blah, blah, blah. Like, it would always, always, always. And I'm like, no, 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 no. So I guess I was kind of like the divine masculine back then. Sometimes, for sure. I was, for sure. I was like a divine masculine. Like, God, you're so clingy. God, you're so desperate. God, you know, like I could literally just, I could tell you to do anything and you would do it, you know? It was like that. And so, okay, anyways, guys, okay. See, I'm like, see, now it's like 4:15. All right, my beautiful Mayrette, are you ready for your reading? And Lauren, congratulations, by the way, on like just how things are going too, because I feel things are going pretty good for you, just in general, overall. And I also see like a creative wave or something for you too, Lauren. So I don't know, like maybe you're thinking about certain things, or you know, I feel like the way that I'm seeing it is like there's certain things that you've been really feeling guided to do or something, and then you've been like mulling it over, or really just like thinking about it, or putting it on the back burner, or whatever it is. I don't know, but then but it's like a creative wave. So tapping into that, and that's what they're saying. So it's like a creative wave, and they're saying ride the wave. So I mean, it could literally be anything. I don't know, but okay. So yay. Okay. So Mayrette. All right, let's go. Mayrette, and then beautiful Kara, and then we're done. I think that's why I'm talking so much, is because I know that the live is almost over, and so I'm just like keeping you guys hostage. Just kidding. Yes, pretty good. Thank you. Awesome. Yeah. Yep. Victory eras. I love it. I love it. So the first card out for you, Mayrette, is the Healing Heart. Healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationships or addictions. Yes. Passion. I like you, and the mask. Okay. So the Healing Heart, there you are. This is you. You've been healing. You know, just stitching one painful, you know, wound after the next, stitching yourself up, healing yourself, closing out wounds. Okay. Now this is like, again, how I said, this is the before, where you've been, all the things. This is where you're at, and like what's the around you now. First card is Passion. Okay. So I just feel like that passionate energy is coming back again, because I feel like for a long time, like you just haven't felt like yourself. Maybe I feel like there's been a lot more of like a dissociative energy with you. Like you dissociated a little bit away from maybe your personality or things you really did have passion about, or because you were healing. So that's fine. Sometimes we take a time out from certain things, and we really go recluse for a while, and then all of a sudden when we come back out of it, boom, now passions are igniting again. We're feeling fired up about life. We're feeling excited where we haven't felt excitement, you know, for a long time. Or we're feeling like we wake up in the morning and we're like, today is a new day, instead of waking up like every day feeling like, ugh, God, another fucking day right out. That's what I'm talking about. So passion is starting to flow again. This is sacral chakra. This is your heart chakra. This is your ideas, but this is about like, you know, passionate about like, you know, what do I want? Like, what does my future look like? What do I want for myself? You know, this, that, and the other. Okay. So there's a lot of different things I think falling under this, but also it speaks of insane chemistry, liking each other equally, and having fun. So there you go. Past, present, and incoming is passionate energy. It's passion. It's like the Ace of Wands. Okay. And then you have I like you, passion, I like you, someone who likes you, romance is blooming, fun, flirting, and wanting to date. Someone's coming in that wants to date you. Period. Very passionate energy. Again, this feels out of left field. After that, you have the mask. Meaning it's someone I don't think you know, right? I don't think you know this person. I think it's out of left field in that way where you're like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Like, I wasn't expecting to meet my person today, but you know, I walked my dog and they walked past me walking their dog and it was game over, you know? Someone who's upfront, someone who's not, you know, it's the opposite of what you've dealt with in the past. We'll say that, you know? Someone who puts it all out there instead of holding it all in. Someone who's honest, authentic, and upfront rather than wearing a mask, in the ego, clinging to fear, you know, all that stuff. Like, we are freaking goddesses. We need a freaking God. Not showing true feelings, hiding, personifying, pretending, deluding, and gaslighting. No more gaslighting. No more gaslighting. No more people. Like, again, like, I forget who I was reading for earlier, and I said, like, through their experiences right now and through people, the universe is reflecting like a mirror certain things to help you heal even further. And that's what I think that, like, whoever you meet, whoever's around right now, or whoever's coming in, I don't feel that that's another mirror to trigger wounds for you to heal. I feel like that's what you've been experiencing. And I feel like the energy that's around right now is more authentic. It's more like, I like you. You know, I want to date you. I'm telling you, it's like I can hear this person speaking. Like, they're not a coward in that way. They're like, you're a goddess. You're incredible. Like, it's an immediate, like, I see you and I see you, all of you, who you are. And I'm going to take care of that. I'm going to be so careful with that because I do not want to do anything to mess it up, to break it, to, like, you are it. It's like that. Yes, no more, please. Yeah, I know. Trust me, I know. I get it. You know, it is like that. Like, God, oh my God. But, you know, those moments that we've all been feeling, feminine energy, especially, right? Like, it's, oh my God, like, we are just at our wits' end and our breaking points. But that's because we literally are at the end of something here. So, you know, it really is like, okay, now now the levee breaks and things start to flow through. And like I said, for me personally, I've already started witnessing it just over the last like 4 or 5 days. And right as I said that, this kid drives by on his dirt bike all fast. Things are taking off, honey. Okay. The masks are falling off around you, meaning like the people around you, basically you're kind of activating authenticity within other people around you. So you might actually start to witness maybe your parents start to maybe slightly a little bit awaken, or people that you work with, or I don't know, but it's something like that, like where you'll start noticing it, like, oh my God, that was so crazy that they're like talking about that, or that they're even seeing it in that way, or wait, what are you talking about right now? It's like that, like when you go, oh my God, like, I think they're awakening, like I think they're kind of awakening. It's like that. So okay, so it's like, and let me just say, through all of your healing, and you know, you continued on this path even with this kind of energy consistently coming in and being thrown at you. That was also tests and initiations for you of discernment. That's how we exercise discernment. It's through experience, where we have to discern, you know? So it was leveling you up spiritually with your gifts too. Like, you know, universe goes, okay, what do you pick up on this with this person? You're like, okay, they feel kind of good at first, but hold on, let me tune in a little bit more. Let me see what I'm tuning into. And universe is like, okay, like, what do you get? You know, okay, this person does not feel good. They do not feel in my energy. They do not feel in alignment. I'm good, you know, that kind of, so it really is like that. Okay. So your discernment is super powerful. Don't question your gifts and your intuition when it comes to people. Okay. We do that because we feel like we've made bad judgment calls in the past. We've trusted people we shouldn't have. We thought we saw things in the right way, but we didn't. We got duped. So it really can be really hard with those kinds of, you know, patterns that we've experienced. So it's like, no, like you're on point. So, okay. And I don't know what it is, but I just keep your spirit guide just keeps saying like she's gonna start really seeing and witnessing different behaviors with the people she loves and the people around her. So you are an activator. You're activating, whether you realize it or not. Okay. Whether they fully awaken or not, it doesn't matter. But if there's little levels of enlightenment, right? You're planting seeds, divine seeds. So, anyways, okay. So that was my beautiful movie, right? Okay, next is Kara. So I don't know if Kara is still in here. I'm just gonna start reading, I think. So and then that's it, you guys. That's it. So I'll probably So this week, starting Wednesday to I don't know, like through the weekend or something. I'm gonna be at my parents' house because my parents they're going to Yosemite. They're taking their trailer down and camping for, however long down in Yosemite. So I'm watching the cats and the dogs and the oh, you're so welcome, love. You're so very welcome. Yay. So anyway, so you guys will see me. I'll be in a different, but the reason why I was saying that is because while I'm there, like, it's just going to be me and like, I'm going to be working with clients and stuff anyways. So I'll be there. Like, I'll probably just stay there, but like, I'll be coming back and forth. Cause I gotta like, feed my cat and do things and, but anyways, I think I'm going to do another live, maybe, I don't know, maybe sometime this week. I was thinking like with the new moon, but I don't know. Maybe it's just me as a reader, but most of the time with these moons and transits and stuff, I don't feel called at all to do it before the transit. I feel called either the day of the transit, but mostly like the day after or a couple days after. It's like, what did this moon do for you? Or what did it do? What is the energy now? So I don't know. There's a lot of readers out there that do pull, like, a lot of people will pull like a week before the transit even is in the energy, basically. So there's plenty of readings out there for that kind of stuff if you like them before. But for me, I don't know. I don't know. Okay. For beautiful Kara. For Kara, ascending. Okay, so this is confirmation of, obviously ascension. But it's letting you know that you're transcending obstacles right now. Learning expansion, new phase, and preparing for union. I don't know why, but very specifically, I'm hearing medical expenses. Medical expenses. I don't know if this is, I don't know. I don't know if it's, like a medical bill or how am I going to pay for that kind of a thing. Like I had this big medical expense come up, or maybe it's for a pet or an animal. Like my animal needs this done and it's a big medical expense. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I don't know. And it's not my job to figure it out, but I'm trying to gauge the best I can. And what Spirit is saying is everything's under control. Again, this is a moment of trust for you. This is a moment of trust. So, okay, I'm very, very specifically hearing medical expenses. Okay, so, the only other way that I'm receiving this that maybe it could resonate is if you're like a medical student or you have medical loans like from med school, or maybe you took out a loan to go to nursing school or to be a phlebotomist. I have no idea. I have no clue. But there's something maybe with that. There's something with the medical field or medical energy. But it's medical bills. So I don't know what that is. But immediately that's what I heard when I read Transcending Obstacles. learning, expansion, new phases, preparing for union. I just feel like it's been a really rocky, bumpy road for you recently and over the recent past. And maybe that has something to do with expenses or bills or unexpected things, you know, like that's what I'm getting with the medical bill. It's unexpected. Like, I wasn't expecting this. This wasn't in my budget, you know. Like for instance, one time, a long time ago, I had my kidneys started failing, like when I was like 22 years old, and my kidneys started failing because of stress from my corporate environment. I was like 22, 23 years old. Anyways, my doctors, everyone's like, no, it's impossible. It can't be caused because of stress. Mind you, I'd been getting like bladder infections like crazy for like crazy since I had started this job and transferred to this one location. Anyways, my whole point with all this is that I was like on my deathbed. I went to bed that night like totally fine. I woke up the next morning and I literally couldn't barely breathe. I couldn't lift my body off of the bed. Like I couldn't, my kidneys were done. They were done. And it was the worst pain I ever felt. And my boyfriend at the time had to like literally lift me off the bed and carry me. We called an ambulance. I'm thinking, you know, insurance will cover it or whatever, but it only like covered like a certain amount. This is my point with this whole like medical thing. It only covered a certain amount, but it was something I had to do. Like there was no fucking way. He wanted to take me in his truck and like, I can carry you down the stairs and I could do this. I'm like, no, 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 no. Like call an ambulance, get them here now. And and that's like what it's giving me. But anyways, that ambulance ride ended up being like $4,000 or $5,000. That's what I'm talking about. So I don't know, but Spirit wants you to know. And, you know, just so you know, my readings, like when I'm reading for you, they do come with stories. Okay. Like this is sharing time, but it's all connected to what I'm talking about for you. So I'm also getting something about like maybe financial injustices too, where maybe money was stolen from you, or, you know, maybe there was like a scam that happened, or, you know, maybe someone hacked into your bank account and stole all your money, or, you know, like people like how, you know, this has happened to me, like, or they steal all the money in your bank account and they go buy a bunch of gift cards to sell. Okay. Stuff like that. That's what I'm kind of getting. So I don't know what situation it is, but there's been financial injustices where you're like, this isn't fair. Like, this isn't even my fault. But you basically were punished for it anyways, in a sense. Again, take this how it resonates with you. Okay. But this is what I'm getting. That stuff is now being returned back to you, and it's multiplied. It's multiplied. So I don't know, but I do see that, you know, obviously it says transcending obstacles. I see that you've been being prepared for this new phase. Okay. Like it feels like you were really like at this like wit's end, like come on. And they're just letting you know, like it's here. Like, okay, you're ascending, you're being lifted up. It may not seem like it yet in the physical realm, but you are. Okay, and whatever obstacles maybe you're having financially, there's a lot of assistance with that as well. Okay. So the clock, it's time, needing time. It says in time. In time, these injustices will be returned back to you. Or in time, these injustices will be made right with justice. Karma is now dharma. That's what I'm getting here. Okay, so I'm also getting that, like, you know, you've needed this time to be with yourself, to be alone. Because I like, it's almost like, why? Like, you know, almost like I feel like I'm doing the work, but why am I alone? Why is everyone else around me in relationships? And why is everyone else around me dating? And why is everyone else around me in love? Okay, because you have an actual true soul purpose of divine mission and divine union and things like that, and not everyone else around you does. Pretty much everyone, I'm going to say everyone around you is going to be karmic. Super easy for the universe to matchmake karmic people. Super easy, because that's the majority of humans walking on the planet. But when you're a divine energy that's like this, you're rising higher, you're elevating beyond what most humans, will never elevate from. Like that kind of, I mean, in this generation, we'll say in this generation, okay, because in the next 50, 100 years, it's going to be very different. But you know what I mean. So I'm picking up on those thoughts. Moments of like feeling like, come on, I need someone. Where's it at? It's all been in the works. Talking and a love call. Okay, here we go. So talking. Okay, so I feel like, okay, maybe, I don't know, this could be someone you already know. I don't know, but like what I see is like it's like it's like, just like, I can't, like, you say bye first. No, you say bye first. No, you hang up first. No, you hang up first. It's like, it's just so sweet. I don't know. Someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. So maybe someone just reaches out. Hey, I saw something today that reminded me of you, and I thought I would just reach out and say, hey, how are you doing? How's it been? How's life? Okay. But really, to me, this feels more like an incoming, maybe over the next like couple months or something. And it's like, we have the best conversations, and we talk for hours, and we can't, it's like that. Talking, interested, conversing more, awaited message arrives, text, call, email, hovering. An awaited message arrives. So this could also be connected, maybe, like I said, it could be someone that, from the past, possibly. Okay, this could also be good news that you're just like, waiting on. Like a good thing comes in. I think this love call, though, I think this conversation, or this like talking is someone new. I do. Let's get an overall. Thank you. Ships arriving. The Three of Wands. The Three of Wands. So, like I said, like it's things coming in for you now, or things coming back to you, or whatever it is, right? So you're here, okay, and your ships are arriving. They're like right here off the shoreline. They're only a few minutes away on the water. So it's very close. It's like here. It's right here. Okay. That's why we had the clock, because it speaks. It's time. Again, it's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. That's what. It's almost time. It's almost time. These ships are here. They're arriving. You can feel. You see them. It's like that. What's on the ships? I don't know. Whatever you've been praying for, manifesting, basically whatever you're a vibrational match to. So, and only you'll know what you're a vibrational match to, into what you've been calling in. So, anyways, okay. So that is what I've got for everyone today. Thank you for hanging out with me and chit-chatting and all the things. I can't believe there's even 10 people in here. No, it just dropped down to 8. But anyways, okay. Well, I'm going to go. I need to figure out what I'm going to eat for dinner. I have no idea, because just like many of you guys, and like Stephanie said earlier, like, I'm not hungry. Nothing sounds good. Literally, my body, it's me and my stupid, stubborn ego. My body and my higher self is saying, Erica, right now, especially with this new moon, you should fast. You should fast with this new moon. You should let these new energy, you should just new with this new moon. Do you think I'm going to do it? No. And that is free will and ego. Just kidding. But yeah. That's how I feel. Like, my higher self is like, you need to do this, Erica. And that's why I said it's not just for me, it's for a lot of us collectively. But I'm like, but my program that's running goes, no, we need to eat. Food is necessary every day. Like, this is dinner time almost. Okay, we're in the my internal clock is going, no, none of this fasting stuff. We need a meal. We need dessert. We need, So, anyways, okay, guys, I love you guys. Thank you for hanging out. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Happy Memorial Weekend for those of you guys in the States. I was thinking it was next weekend. And yeah, and then I'll see you guys. Well, I'll see you guys tomorrow with more readings for the channel, and then I might, like I said, I might do a live, like maybe Wednesday or Thursday. Probably Thursday. So if I do, so okay. All right, guys, have a good day. I love you. Bye.